It is great to be back on your screen. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your location, and welcome to today's presentation of the KMTV Morning Show. Today is the 20th of September 2022, and I'd love to welcome you to today's presentation. This program is live on KM YouTube Field, KMTV Field, and KM Radio International, and our guys there in Sino County, Butor Radio is relaying. We want to extend our condolences to Sagacious, one of our correspondents. He lost his mother. We hope you take heart and be strong. He gave and he take, no one knows why. This morning, like I said to you on my feed, my Facebook feed, we're going to be playing host to Madam Presidia Abraham Cooper. She's a representative aspirant in District Number 5, Montserrat County. Women participation in politics is something I encourage, and I think when we have plenty of women there, something will change, the dynamics will change. I'm humbled to have us as our guest this morning. Basically, we're going to be looking at her workings in the district. We'll look at her dream and aspiration for the district. We'll talk about her workings if elected in the House of Representatives and other trending national happiness in the country. She will give us stance on some of those things as we go through our presentation this morning. My name is Amos Thomas Momo. I'm always on your screen. I'm hoping that we can have a wonderful, fascinating, informative conversation this Tuesday, 20th September 2022 morning. I'd love to say welcome to KMTV.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You look good. How's life going on?
We're good.
All right.
Life is okay. We give grace to God.
Many persons will be following this morning. I don't know who Madam Cooper is. You care telling us a bit about yourself?
My name is Priscilla Abraham Cooper.
Okay.
A resident of District 5 and a representative aspiring. A family person, very passionate about people's welfare.
Okay. Now, to begin this talk, I would firstly want to know what interests you to leave the private space and jump into politics.
My passion for people's welfare.
Okay.
You know, when you're in the private sector, you can just do, in your capacity, as a private person. Okay. But you want to do more, then you tend to get into the public, sector, so that some of those things that you want to see happening, you can push, for them to happen.
Some of those things you want to see happening, you can push for them happening. Now, I like that part of it, and I want to ask you, if you were to grade the current representative for his workings in the space of 16 years, what could be your grade?
I would say 17. He'll be 18 years next year. So I don't want to put a number to his workings. I will answer this question with another question.
Okay.
If you send a child to school, right? Kindergarten, you expect him or her to be able to spare at least cat. So if that child comes home or at the end of the school year, and you ask him or her spare cat, and if that child doesn't know how to spare cat,
okay,
definitely the child has failed. So I don't want to put a number to the present lawmaker, grade or whatever you call it, but I want you to go back in the district and ask the people and see the lives and see, his working in the district, and then you will grade him for yourself.
You've been involved in the interaction of the citizens in that part of the country. What are some of the lapses? What are some of those major things they are lacking in the district?
The people, we do not have any public hospital, no public school, no recreational center like a Palava Hut. So if people go into the district, or maybe a stranger come into the district and say, I want to see the people of District Number 5, we don't have one that we gather to and speak to them. Absolutely nothing, I would say, in the district that what people can refer to. For the couples of years, Honorable Father have served, you mean he did nothing that... I'm telling you that we don't have those things in the district. We don't have them in the district.
Now, let's talk about your own working. Since you embark on this journey, this is a very, very huge task, and it comes with lots of challenges. You will need finances, you will need, you have to be people-centered, you have to meet the needs of those people that are coming to you on a daily basis. Tell us about your own working since you started.
Like I said earlier, I'm a very passionate person when it comes to the welfare of people.
Okay.
So, over the years in the private sector, I have fought to empower people. That's where my strength lies. And because I think if someone is in power, be it education, sustainability with regards to job or market or whatever, those people will be able to literally carry their own burden, I would like to say. Okay. And then you will focus on those things that you have to do on the overall and not for individuals. So, me coming into the public sector and going about with our engagement, we decided to do it differently.
Okay.
To show the actual picture of some of those things that we believe in. And so I told, wherever I go, I tell the people I can do it the same normal way. We come, we sit down, we talk, we speak the politics, we kind of hypnotize you, whatever, cook the food, drink, and then we leave. And tomorrow, if I move on to being your representative and then I forget about it because I made no promise, I show nothing, whatever. Okay. But I'm doing it the way I believe. I believe in empowerment. And so my engagement was centered around those things. So I started off with, educating people to be able to produce some of the basic home essentials.
Yeah, I've been seeing you and been following you, been more focused with women. What interests you about women?
Women, let me tell you, by default, women are very good administrators.
Okay.
And I would like to say our multitasking is on the top-notch scale.
Okay.
When a woman is here, she makes sure that things go on the actual way it should go on. And so, if you have more women, and I believe if we have more women in parliament, we'll not be going through what we are going through. We'll make sure those things, the policies that are supposed to be made to implement the people's lives will be made. With all due respect to you men, but women are more passionate about people welfare
than
men. And that's true. Had it not been so, God wouldn't have said this woman have to come to you so that we'll make sure that you reach 100% because you alone won't be able to do so. And we see we have had more men in parliament than women. And we all know where the country, how the country has been going.
Okay.
So I strongly believe that if we have more women participation in parliament, not only in parliament, in the public sector, we have a lot more going on.
One may say, well, I've been hearing the name Madam Cooper, but don't know her agenda, don't know her vision, don't know that word, the both people will say manifesto, right? So you can telling us a little bit about those ingredients and better with your manifesto. Okay,
so my wanting firstly to go in parliament is to make sure that people welfare, is taken care of.
Okay.
Some of those things include education, healthcare, and not so much to say I'm going to build one hospital in the district, I'm going to build, school in the district. No, but to make sure that those laws that are on the book with regards to education, some of the oversights, we will make sure we handle them appropriately.
Okay.
All of those sectors for healthcare, we need actual managers to manage the affair. You going to to be Minister of Health, you really not necessarily have to be a medical doctor, but be a very good administrator or manager, so that those things that need to be put in place will be put in place. You understand? The same with the educational sector. Right now, people who have oversight over healthcare, education, I don't know what they are doing, because those are some of the main places that budgetary allotment need to be high. For instance, look, when you're sick, you go to hospital, you don't get treated because you don't have money. Government responsibility is to seek the welfare of its citizens. So, if you're not well, you won't be here. You understand? If I'm not well, I won't be sitting in studio today. It cut across to everybody. People need to be educated so that the citizenry, welfare, whatever, will be met. But if you're not even educated, our people, the only thing when you're a representative, you're responsible to give them food, you're responsible to build houses, and all of that. No. You being a representative, you are actually there to represent the people. You are there to have oversight of those, ministry and agencies that quote unquote are there, to better their lives. Take for instance, if healthcare, the healthcare sector, those who have oversight are not making sure that at least 25% of the budgetary allotment is allocated towards healthcare. You expect, if the citizens are ill, you don't expect any good thing. Look at Senator Lawrence, for example, my political leader. She has a mobile clinic in Grand Bassa County. Why if she never had the innovation or the first thought to say, let me bring mobile clinic to go all in the villages to treat people? Okay. What would have happened to our people out there? You call for ambulance right now, they tell you I don't have fuel in the ambulance. You go to the police station. I've been a victim. There was something happening one day. I drove at the somebody. I got a call, right? I drove at the police station to ask, and they say, "Oh man, we won't go with you, but we're afraid. We can get logistic." What do you mean by that? We're afraid to go there before the armed robbers come at us. Wow. So people are crying and they call me. I'm an individual. I come to the relevant source and they're telling me they're afraid to go. You understand? The first thing they say, oh, never have car. I say, my car here. I say, but oh man, we're afraid to go. Because those people in the administrative arm of that agency, they are not doing what they ought to do. And so our people are just, basically lavishing, and we all depend on God to carry us through.
Madam Cooper, the district you are contesting in is represented right now by a representative who is a member of the CDC, and CDC is quote unquote noted for having huge constituent in Montserrat County. Honorable Thomas Fowler has served the district for a couple of years. How ready are you in terms of winning this district? Because you need finance, you need the people vote, you need all lots of other issues.
Well, I can tell you, I'm 101% sure of winning the district and prepare for getting in this race. Let me tell you, if you have passion, the way I am passionate about something, if you have passion the way I have it, you wouldn't even think 1 minute to be afraid of anything. You will get in it, and all other things will follow suit. The money will come. I don't have any money sitting anywhere, but I can tell you, the finances will come as we go along. Because people will recognize that she's staying for something and she's staying for the truth, and we will support her.
What's your relationship with Representative Fowler?
We are cordial. Okay. I mean, we are all stakeholders in the District 5. Okay. So on the second specifically, I've known him over the years and he knows me well.
Have you sat with him some days to talk about the district? Probably he's not doing something right and you think you can put your own...
No, I haven't had time to do so. What I can tell you is that when all of those complaints started coming, or me being a private person and being, passionate about being empowerment, I took some people out of the district and employed them to my place of businesses. And he came to, thank me for employing those individuals. I think that was my way of contributing to whatever problems they had. And it continued with scholarships, with helping out, with those small basic things every now and then.
Now, what could be your response if Honorable Fowler today comes and say, well, Madam Cooper, I understand that you have a very good vision for the district, and I'm still contesting. Is there any way that we can come on a drawing board and discuss how you can bring your idea and support me?
And support him to contest in the district again? Yeah. But nobody can deny me of my constitutional right as a citizen to contest.
I know that.
So why would I want to, if I have the vision, you understand, to do so. He's been there for over 17 years. Literally, and going on to 18 years. So those things that he didn't do, those lapses that I see, why would I stay repose confidence in him to do so if he couldn't do it in the 17 years? You think he'll be able to do it after?
So at this
18
thing
years?
means no turning back.
No turning back. I'm there.
You are a member. I just listened to you say you are a member of the Liberty Party. Why, if you have two individuals
Contesting Liberty Party ticket, we'll go for primary.
Are you ready for primary?
I am ready, but if I can stand up, of course, any day, anytime.
Tell us about health. Tell us about education. Tell us about security in terms of District 5. We'll come to national politics, but I'm more concerned about District 5. You are a mother. Tell us about your welfare for children. Tell us about women empowerment, because you are more focused on women,
right?
And the rest of it.
So when it comes to people on the whole, I'm passionate, and more so when it comes to women, and more so when it comes to children, because children, they do not make their own decision. They look up to adults, you know, to carry them through. So I am very, very passionate when it comes to their welfare. So much so, when I'm passing on the road and I see your later, I will stop and try to inquire what is it. I was passing through District 6 one day, and I saw a little boy. I think he was about 6, 7 years old. Okay. So he was on the road and throwing up. So I passed, and then I told my driver to turn around and went back to him to ask what was the problem. And he said he's not feeling well. Then I asked him, where your parents? Because you know, little be on the road all by yourself. Where your parents? Okay. He said, my mom is at the no. He pointed that his mom was so. And I said, what happened to you? Feeling by his stomach. So I asked him, show me where your mom is. And he pointed because there were a lot of people there, so I didn't know who the actual person, you know, was. Okay. So I gave him some money, and I sat and I asked him, go to your mom. I will stay here until you reach to whoever you think your mother is. So I sat there, and when he got to his mom, and then he pointed to the car, and everybody started telling me thank you. Then I'm like, well, why y'all looking at me? So they said, and then they said to me, we wanted to see what is it that you would have done to him, because other people would take the child. So other people, you know, the kidnapping, whatever. But let God bless you, and they started to bless me and other things. And the same thing, I was passing in District 5. I'm giving you this little bit of, you know, story to show you how passionate I am when it comes to children. Okay. So I'm coming from red light one day, and I just saw this thing flipping in the air. At first, I was told almost to 72nd Junction. So at first, I thought it was, you know, some sningers or something. Pretty close, reaching at the junction, I saw this child on the road, and then the police is standing there, the motorbikes rather are standing there. They are arguing. Okay. But somebody's child was on the ground because a car hit him and tried to run. So I didn't even remember that I was in a moving vehicle. I opened the door and literally jumped down, grabbed the child, and put him in the, you know, car, and they told the driver to move. Okay. And when I did that, before the other bystanders came to themselves, and I ran to the hospital. At that point, I didn't care who child it was, but I knew there was, you know, he was somebody, or human being that needed to be taken care of. I rushed into the hospital, rushing into, you know, the emergency section, and he started his treatment. After a while, before the police came, and you know, his sister, so they were coming from school, and he got hit by a car, and the car didn't stop and move. And our police, the same thing. You talk about security, they are not even equipped. He didn't even have anything. The police, the traffic police standing at the junction were trying to ask the motorbike rider to carry him, and then they were arguing and stuff like that, and carry the labor to the hospital. By the grace of God, he survived. And then the police, you know, were able to run after the perpetrator and caught him, and the parents came to the hospital. I don't know who the child is up to this day. I don't know who the parents are, because I do not see individuals that I know and help. I just do it randomly because my passion for people. You are getting into this, you know, tax. These are very huge tax. You are charged because as a lawmaker, you have representation, lawmaking, and oversight. Tell us about your first 100 days in office. My first 100 days would be to lobby. First and foremost, unite the people of the district. Because I tell you, everybody just angry with everybody. I don't know what the reason is. So they are talking about party and this and that. We try to unite them as people of District Number 5 and not people of a particular political party or religious group, sector or whatever. And then I would try to lobby with my fellow colleague to make sure I form part of those key agencies that, you know, are responsible, that my oversight will be some of the key agencies that are responsible for people welfare. For example, healthcare that I just stated, education, security. Healthcare, security, especially when it comes to rape. I am so hyped. I don't even know the word to use when I hear that somebody, 3 years old child, is raped. I have a 4 years old granddaughter. God forbid 1,000 times that another man will look at her in some manner before I say rape. It's so heartbreaking. I was just reading, I think yesterday or so, somebody's child got raped and the child is paralyzed. The other day, somebody's child was raped and buried. What we have laws on the book. You understand? About non-payable. Once you know it's proven that this person, but then the implementation is the problem.
Okay.
What are we doing?
What kind of lawmaker are you going to be?
A tough lawmaker standing for what is right. Now one day, wiping my eye, closing my eye on the right thing.
Will you be that lawmaker that will be receiving the 30,000?
But if I say a tough lawmaker, I will talk about 30,000. I don't know the 30,000 you're talking about. I don't know what arrangement or whatever inform the 30,000. But I can tell you for a fact that once it's not legal, I'm not going to take it.
Okay.
My benefit, my salary will be there. So why would I want to take another amount allocated for something totally different? Why would I want to, engage in that? My passion, like I say, is for the welfare of the people. Once it doesn't concern the people, I'm not part of it.
We have this morning Madam Presidia Abraham Cooper as our guest. She's a representative aspirant in District 5, Montserrat County, and that district is represented by Honorable Thomas Fala. And she's here with us this morning. If you have a question, you can call us on 077-527-1672, 077-527-1672, and 086-449-850. 086-449-850. Out of Liberia, +231-775-27-1672 and +231-864-49-850. You will be live right here on the show. Ask your question, but do with civility. We have Madam Cooper here. And I said to you, women participation in politics is something I encourage. Yes, like yesterday, we have Karishma Penner here as our guest, and we discussed her side of it in District 10. She's going against the controversial Yeke Koluba. Now, let's get into the happenings in the country in general. You've been following, you've been in the country, and I think you were in country when this government took power in 2017, and you stay around, you're observing how all of those things are happening. Tell us about your own stand on the proceeding of this government since it took over.
You know me, I like to answer questions with to bring it to reality. Literally, I would say. Okay. So you go and check on the lives of our people. How many people are able to pay school fees right now? How many persons are able to pay hospital bill? So much so that one patient had to jump, I think, from the third floor of our JFK with the intention of escaping because he couldn't afford to pay his hospital bill. Go on the streets right now, see how many kids are selling. Then you come back and tell me whether the government, is doing right by the people or proceeding the right way. If you have a government that is not able to provide jobs or provide the environment for investors to come in so that your people will be employed, so that they'll be able to have money for themselves to provide for the end of the family, how will you rate them? If killings are on the rampage, every now and then you get up, you there's some, you find somebody here. People die without every government say they're going to investigate. We will have no redress. Okay. People are crying because of their children, and they are also beaten. Then you create a government when it comes to security. If people can find food to eat, then you create a government when it comes to our welfare. If people can, will not even have money to carry their children to the hospital, the people are dying every day, then you create a government. And when you talk, then they haunt you, then they insult you, then you create our government. Because we have right to question government when they are proceeding the wrong way. Mm-hmm. But when you do that, then then you become a target. Then you create them when it comes to, those things that government should be tolerating. You create them for yourself.
Now, tell us, the president is now in the United States of America. He went to attend the UN General Assembly. What do you expect? I
want to listen myself to what he's going to say, coupled with the reality on the ground. All of those things that I just named. Because if you don't do well in your home, with your wife and children, tell me what you're going to say to the next person also, how you portray yourself. So we live in a global world. Thank God, you won't be able to lie to nobody. Everybody literally know what's happening in the next country. So myself want to listen to the president on Thursday and hear what he's going to say.
You want to listen to the president on Thursday and hear what he's going to say. We are going to a very tense election. The 2023 election is a presidential and general election. Right. You'll be electing president, representatives, and senators. The NEC is talking about bringing a new, system that will be, according to them, that will be more secure, the biometric system. You think that system is timely, looking at just a few months to election? Because you have our own, our mothers, our fathers who are in the rural part of the country, and don't understand that majority of our citizens even have access to internet. Do you think it's timely at this time?
Well, it depends. When plenty, most of the time, it do not, require too much time. Okay. How well it is planned. How well, the implementation is going to take. Once you have people going up, the focus on training, explaining to our people, we will get there. I think for me, I support the biometric system. You have people moving, one lawmaker moving 4,000 persons from one district to the next. If we have the biometric system in place, you have people fingerprint. So once you try to vote 1 or 2 times, you will be caught. Or you're not even be able to register 1 or 2 times. So we will see. So we'll know that the actual people of the district are the ones electing the lawmakers and not importing, quote unquote voters they do. So I support the biometric system, but I think the implementation should be done to the fullest. Teaching, the teaching aspect, the training aspect should be carried on 100% so that we don't have any flaws.
Do you have fear? Because now, it's in the democratic situation, it's not an easy thing for you to have a sitting government, for one term. Do you have any fear that there will be some manipulation from the side of the NEC and from the side of the government, because they have oversight, they have oversight on the NEC?
One thing that no government should play with is the people's voice.
Okay.
I will hope that they don't even try it. I will hope and pray that nobody try to tamper with the citizens' right or their voice, because that's my right to elect you, or that's your right to elect me, or not, or somebody else. So if I say I want you to be President Amos, there's absolutely nobody else who has that right to remove my saying. You understand? Because I'm a citizen of this country. If I think I see, those things I want in the president in you and elect you, absolutely nobody else have any authority whatsoever to change that. So I will hope that NEC, being the regulatory body of election matters in this country, do not try to change anything or change the people's voice, because there's going to be a problem if they try to do that.
Do you need you think the involvement of more women in the national
definitely
politics is encouraging?
Definitely.
You've been following.
We're fighting for 30%, but I will hope that the women in government will be over 60%.
The performance of those few women that are in the legislature,
they are doing very well.
You think
they are doing very well. They have more male counterparts, and you know, in the legislature you got to have the majority, right? So if they can get the war across, they go back to the district and do very well by the people. For the fact that they take instruction from the people says a lot.
Okay. All right, let's take this first caller. I don't know this person calling from. Hello.
Yes, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm fine. Are you?
Thank you. What's your name and where you call from?
I'm Ambassador Abu Kamara Jr. I'm calling from the political seat of Moswara County, Senator District 5.
All right, let's hear you.
I come from the district assembly because we find ourselves in a district that is vulnerable, and because of its vulnerability, we have seen the need to rally the support of the stakeholders of the district, ranging from the youth, the elders, the teachers, even those that will be qualified to decide who becomes the next president. And that person is nobody else for Honorable Kupo. So, but there's a reason for which the people have reached that decision. Since the foundation of that district has never produced a no female lawmaker. For the fact that the district has produced one male lawmaker twice, meaning for 2 terms, with no impact besides hardship, not only hardship, but bad governance. The people have no option but to justify the ability of Abu Kobo. And Abu Kobo, the Abraham International Forum, I don't want to say will stand by you, but there are some that will also see reason. There are some individual members that will see reason to see how your political project can be executed in order to rescue, if not rescue, but do what the people require of you. Thank you so much. May God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you so very kindly. He called from District 5. Thank you. Listen to him. Yeah, so that's a good one. But now the U.S. government, the U.S. Department on Treasury, the okay, let's take another person. We'll talk about sanctions shortly. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Thanks for joining us. Your name and where you call from?
The name is I'm Christian Rafael Variant, member of the number 5.
All right, let's hear you.
Yes, I would appreciate it, in front of President Abraham Kubo. I want to say a very big thanks to we are waiting and we will continue to support for news contribution that is carrying in the district. About attack will say announcing the rest, the next representative of district number 5. Thank you once again.
Thank you. We go to the line, talk to another person. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Edward Norton Lahar, and I'm calling from district number 5.
All right, Mr. Lahar, let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to your studio guest there for explicit deliberation. And some of us are following closely and want to listen to the candidates that want to contest in this district because we want to know their intention for the district. So we want to listen to them. And I hope other people who have the intention to contest will do similar so that the people can listen to them and through their deliberation, people will be able to draw conclusion whether to support them or not. But I have a few questions for the Honorable Steve.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will answer 3 questions immediately. So, number 1 question, I want to know how well is she coping, and what is her strength in trying to be strong when she's been bullied as a female? Because in our society, when women get involved with politics, a lot of times people start personal lives, they try to attack them personally, bully them. How well is she coping with that in moving around, spreading her message? And my number 2 question would be, what problem has she noticed that district number 5 is faced with? That if she's elected as a representative, she will be able to help to solve these problems. And thirdly, which is the last one, how will she grade the performance of the outgoing lawmaker when it comes to his performance over the years that he has served the people of District Number 5? I will be following closely because those answers will be very important to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very kindly. I think you came very late, but she will address that. She talked about the representative, workings. She said, but she would talk more about that. He talking about your strength. You're going against men. He talking about your strength in making sure that your message can reach everyone. He talked about the representative workings. What's your grade? And he also talked about. Okay, we'll take another person. Hello. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Let's hear you. What's your name?
Thank you very much. There's something that I forgot and I want to register that quickly.
Okay.
It's Abu Zuru Kamara once more.
All right, Mr. Kamara.
Honorable Couple, even though I have not seen you for a while, but I've been following your contributions, materially, financially, and even morally. But can you really tell me, because I've already run up in the district specifically at the forum, are you going to work with?
Hello. Oh, you coming in not okay. But now the guy was talking about your strength in making sure your message can get across. He talked about what you observe lacking in the district and the lawmaker performance for the benefit of him who's just joining us.
Yeah.
You care to just talk a little bit about it?
So I know he talked about he was more or less concerned about bullying, especially female that tend to come up. I don't even mind, because I think it's a way of life in Liberia now. But I don't mind. People, they can bully, they will insult, they will come to a conclusion without even seeing you or knowing you. It's like, oh man. But I don't mind. The more you insult me, the more it gives me strength to work. Nobody can bully me. I'm my own person. I've passed through all of those trenches, from school days to working to doing all of that, so that absolutely nobody can bully me. Some of these people just coming into politics, and then he talks about you want to take that before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this person is here with us. Good morning. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. You have to be away from the noise. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us. What's your name?
Yeah, okay. My name is actually Tommy, and I call from 72nd. Right. Am I calling on the KMTV?
You are live, my brother. Go ahead quickly.
All right. Yeah. Basically, I'd like to appreciate Honorable Cooper so much for brilliant exposés when it comes to this engagement, right? And we are very excited with the people of District Number 5 that at this time we can have a female candidate who would decide to contest and at least to change the chronicle and how the politics and things are being run in our district.
Okay. Thank you.
So much.
Good morning. Hello. All right, go ahead.
So you want me? Okay. So he talks about
Well, you saw
my
lacking.
working, some those things that are
You see
lacking in the district.
Yeah.
And he spoke about something. Okay, grading of the lawmaker. So my brother, because I think he said he called from District Number 5, right?
Yeah.
So I will also ask him this question: walk around the district and see whether we have public school. Walk around the district and see if we have public, health facility. Walk around the district, specifically the Boulevard section. Don't even walk there, but ask people 8 o'clock, because I don't even want you to get in danger around 7 p.m.
Okay.
and see. I will not grade a lawmaker. The people of district number 5 will grade him, because whoever he's going to support, because I think I heard it has not been confirmed that he's going to Lofa to contest.
Oh,
okay. So I think he'll be supporting somebody in the district. So the people of district number 5 will grade whoever he's going to be supporting when the result comes out.
All right.
I will know.
Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you? I'm sorry I got disconnected due to harmonization of my credit.
Go ahead.
Madam Copon, my question to you now is that the young people want to know as to whether you will, when you are elected as a lawmaker in 2003, will you have a leadership of inclusion, meaning will a leadership of being inclusive of people from different political parties, even they do not vote for you? Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take another person. You talk about inclusion. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, fine. I'm calling from the 85 Simmons Beware is my name.
Go ahead quickly.
On the 5 to be precise.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say thanks to the honorable thank you very much for what she has just said. And we wait and see that you win come over 2023 to the district. We work hard in the district to see your country to come 2023.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. That's great. And now.
So he asked about inclusion. The last caller. Right now, the team I have is a collaboration of different political parties.
Okay.
Because at the district level, I do not see party.
Okay.
I see resident of district number 5.
All right.
So we encourage everybody on our team, because we want to build a team
Of
that
inclusion.
include everybody, and not more so a particular political party.
All right. Now, this is something that I almost forget about. Mo Ali is from the Unity Party. Your standard bearer, Honorable Yombli Kanga Lawrence, is closely in a marriage with the Unity Party. Mo Ali is to contest in District 5. If that happens, what do you think of that?
So Mo Ali is a member of Unity Party. I'm a member of Liberty Party.
Sure.
So until, quote unquote, the marriage that you're talking about happens,
Okay.
I remain a member of Liberty Party. He remains a member of Unity Party. If that happens, my people say we'll get to the bridge, we'll cross here. If that happens, there's absolutely no problem with our solution. So if that happens, we will find a solution to the issue.
I like that. Let's get this person. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, good morning. You're speaking with Aloysius Swiggy on district number 5 precisely.
Let's hear you.
Okay, I must commend the Honorable Priscilla Abraham Kuba for the bolster she's taking, and then in this district we'll see to it that we will make sure that everything will be okay. Yes, I guess what this is.
Thank you. Make sure everything be okay. There have been in the public about the vice running mate to Ambassador Boakai. Who you think could be that best person between? I know you will say, but you give me reasons. Between Cummins, Alice Cummins, and Madam Yombli Kanga Lawrence.
But if you put in my political leader on the scale, definitely my political leader. That's why she's my political
Why
leader.
you think so?
I don't have.
Why you think she's more ready? She's suited to serve as vice.
Well, she has been tested for how many elections, especially being an opposition lawmaker and a woman, and she has always won battle. She has been literally a lone female in the Senate until Madam Bodo Kane Chong, and we see her stand when it comes to national issues. We all know what she stands for. So why would I go for her?
Okay.
When you put her on the scale with anybody else, why would I take her?
Let's take this person. Hello.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, this is Emmanuel Hardin calling from SKD Boulevard.
Let's hear you.
Yes, I want to thank the Honorable in studio. And I want to give her the assurance that we'll stand by her until she enters the House of Representatives. That's my guarantee to her.
Thank you. Thank you. Another person. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Thanks for joining. Your name?
D-Way, calling from 72nd community to be precise, room.
All right. Let's hear you.
Yes, I want to say thank you to Honorable Cooper. We hope she do well, and we know she will do it. Because we really need somebody to deliver this district. We've been here for a lot of time. We the youth, we have nothing to show. So, at least, and we believe in our platform, empowerment. We pray that everything will go good with her, and we the youth will support her.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining. The loan fee made sense.
Hello?
Go ahead. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, this is Tikaka Fiomo calling from SKD Boulevard.
All right.
Yes, I want to assure the madam that she shouldn't worry. We are going to carry her because she's really doing well in this station when it comes to women empowerment. I want to applaud her for that. At least she's empowering the women so that we can know how to do something with our hands. So I want to tell her not to worry. We will stand by her. We will do well for her.
All right. We'll stand by her and do well for her. Now, the U.S. government sanctioned 3 top officials in government, and after that, the calls by citizens have the president suspending them for time indefinite. But on the overall the suspension, what's your take? You think it
On the suspension or the U.S. government rule?
the U.S. government rule?
I applaud them.
Okay.
We should all give account to things that are entrusted in our care. If I feel that you didn't do it the right way, you should give account. And that's the U.S. way of saying, no, we are still your big brother. If you feel you're not doing the right thing, we'll penalize you. So I applaud them. And it's about time that government, public sector employees, especially, the high ups, give account to those resources that are entrusted in the care.
Okay.
And they give account for it. So I applaud the U.S. government.
We'll take 2 more calls and call it a day. Good morning.
Morning.
Thanks for joining. What's your name and where you call from?
I'm Marvin Sandal calling from District 5.
Let's hear you.
I want to say thank you to the Honorable Interior and we the youth of District 5. We're waiting to support her.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Will you be willing to inflict your signature to the documents that surrounded by the War and Economic Crime Code establishment?
Definitely. Definitely.
Why?
Because our people needs closure. Our people need to rest. My uncle was killed during the 1990s senseless war. Whoever he killed was, I need closure. People who took people babies to fight war. Some of those soldiers are actually victims because they were kids. They didn't know, right from wrong, and they were carried to fight. So they themselves need closure. So people need to have their day in court. It's not a death sentence.
Okay.
Whoever do any, whatever you do, you need pay or need to say the reason why you did those things. So even the perpetrator themselves, they need a day in closure. So they will tell the Liberian people the reason for doing whatever they did.
All right. Let's take this last quarter and call it a day. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Becky King calling from District 5. Tell the Honorable take you in studio there. I believe in her that she will redeem District 5. District 5 have been almost a slave to the city government. No good thing for the district. No nothing for the district. But I believe in her, I trust her, and we will stand by her to the end. Thank you.
Thank you. I just like the way she put it. No good thing for the district. No nothing for the district. Well, finally, thanks for passing. One question that could be a bit hypothetical. What if you are not elected? What would be your next thing?
I'm going to be elected.
Right.
Worst case scenario, not if I'm going to be elected, but I would just tell you, regardless of anything, I will still work with the people of District 5. I've been working with them since.
If you are not elected, you still work.
Regardless of whatever, I will still work with the people of District 5.
All right, thanks for passing this morning. Finally.
Thank you so much.
Finally.
I appreciate it.
Anything you wanted to say that we didn't talk about?
I just want to tell the people of District 5, like I say, every time I go on my engagement trail, do not support me because you know me or because somebody told you about me, but go ahead, do your background check. Like I would say, I would tell you to do for any other aspiring, do your background check. Get satisfied from those, some of those things that they did in the past before you can commit. But I can tell you that I will work with you and make sure that the district number 5 is put on the map of this country positively.
She will work with you to make sure that the District 5 is put on the map of this country positively. Thanks so much for passing this morning. We're hoping we can have another conversation with you. She's Madam Presidia Abraham Cooper, District 5 Representative Aspirant, comes 2023, Montserrat County. She's been with us for the past 58 meetings, and that's how we call it a day this morning. Tomorrow we'll be here with another individual who discuss other issues as it unfolds. But wherever you are, and all of our followers, those who send in their comments, should be following and probably be replying to some of those comments you send, those questions. She addressed some of them. I'm humbled to be here. Tomorrow we'll be here with another presentation. Again, we want to extend our deepest condolence to our Cumbri Sagasha. He lost his mother on yesterday. Take heart, bro. Hoping you take sorrow in the Lord. No one knows why. And we'll be here tomorrow. Thanks to the technical team, and thanks to my own dad for passing as well, Mr. Chasies. I'm a journalist fellow. But tomorrow I'll be here. My name is Amos Thomas Bomo. I bid you a pleasant rest of the Tuesday from Liberia. Bye bye.
Thank you.